Hey what's up guys, it's your boy Dadscap. Welcome to Market Pulse weekly deep dive into the CS2 economy. Let's not waste any time. Player count is stable, up a tiny 0.37%, but the market cap is down almost 2%, shedding nearly $100 million, primarily due to Valve's latest update. But before we start discussing that, let's take a look at the indexes. Liquids are down 2.5%, lows are down 2.3%, mids are getting absolutely owned, down 2.72%, only high tiers are somewhat holding their ground, barely down 0.36%. Whales are weathering the storm while the rest of us are drowning gold. Knives are down over 1%, but gloves are somehow miraculously in the green, up 0.3%, don't ask me how. As for the extra cosmetics, agents got freaking nuked, down 7.5%, while charms are pumping a ridiculous 8.5%, mainly due to the mostly successful release of souvenir charms that happened just 1 week ago. But none of that matters because look at the cases, holy shit, this is a complete and utter massacre anywhere that isn't the Steam community market, especially on EU marketplaces where these numbers are pulled from. The market pulse this week is dooming hard, with Valve coming out of nowhere with a trade protection update as if it was business as usual. Traders and marketplaces are freaking out. The TLDR of this update is as follows. Buyers remain mostly unaffected except for those who want to buy cases or stickers on third-party marketplaces, since they now have to wait a week before being allowed to do anything with them. Selling on marketplaces has become incredibly cumbersome since your money is now subject to essentially its own 7-day trade hold enforced by marketplaces and not by Valve. Gambling sites are critically wounded since you no longer can impulsively deposit skins and start gambling immediately, but the only good news coming out of this update is that scammers are now cooked. Unless you're stupid enough to trust that a random guy on Discord will actually pay you for your items, this update will at least actually protect traders and give them a week of margin to revert any trades that they didn't consent to. It's unfortunate that Valve had to come to this to combat phishing scams, but I believe that phishing, aka API scams, at least in their current form, is now well and truly dead. Fuck scammers. Welcome to Case Crackdown, where we break down the happenings in the case market over the past week, and this week, everyone decided to gamble more to make the pain of this update go away. Unboxings are slightly up, sitting just under 8 million, of which 43% were active cases, 41% were purchasable, and 50% were either rare or discontinued. You guys are actually regarded, and I love you for it. The number one purchasable case is, as always, the Fever case, with 2.68 million opened, and unboxings even up another 8.94% this week. The top active case was the Revolution case, with unboxing numbers remaining mostly stable amidst the chaos, and the number one rare case was once again the Snakebite case, which saw a massive spike in its unboxing numbers, up almost 17% from its weekly average. The most liquid case was the Kilowatt case, with almost 230,000 market listings available, and its unboxings down a massive 31%. The case with the most potential this week is without question the Danger Zone case. This thing is now sitting on another planet, up 17% this week, 26% over 15 days, and nearly 30% on the month. Demand for this case is just accelerating, something that is not the case for the biggest crash out, which was the CSGO weapon case 2, down over 9%, which may sound bad as a percentage number, but is only equal to a 3-cent loss, so nothing catastrophic. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that goofy bell to never miss another market recap in the future. Welcome to Winners and Losers, starting off with the winning cases, with the Prisma 2 case in 3rd position up 14%, the Revolution case in 2nd up 15%, and the best performing case obviously being the Danger Zone case up 17%. These cases show what kind of items players and investors are looking for right now, likely Talon knives from the Danger Zone case, affordable gloves from the Revolution case, and undervalued Gamma Doppler knives from the Prisma case. As for the losers, old and irrelevant cases with dustier items, except for the Spectrum 2 case, who's probably just going through a price correction. For winning play skins, as expected, we see whoa, what in the goddamn? Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm not, but it seems like China has decided that the AK Phantom Disruptor Factory New, and to a lesser extent the AK Point Disarray Minimal Wear, were their new targets for market manipulation. That's good to know. Meanwhile, the losers list is yet another funeral for the alt print stream, with its field-tested variation down another 13% and minimal wear down 7%. The Fever case has printed so many of these that the market is absolutely drowning in them. Moving on to knives, the winners this week are all, without exception, Gamma Doppler knives, with an especially good week for flipped knives of all knives, with both Phase 4 and Phase 3 growing by just over 9%. Not all is lost for special gems, however, with the Falchion Knife Emerald growing by just over 5%. The losers tell another story with field-tested Damascus steel knives, specifically the Huntsman and M9 seeing a price drop of around 8% combined, and the Camera-Bit Lore field-tested not far behind, losing 7.5% of its value. For some reason, the market seems to be on a trend of abandoning B-tier knives, no offense if you want one of these, into more premium and flashy options. And finally for gloves, the biggest winner this week was the Sport Gloves Big Game Field Tested, a 3rd generation gloves that can be found in the Broken Fang, Snake Bite and Recall cases, up 19% this week. In 2nd and 3rd positions we find 1st gen gloves, only available in the ultra expensive Hydra and glove cases, so it's not surprising to see them being winners this week. But don't get it twisted, the big game is not a good investment opportunity because if you take a look at the losers, we can see that last week's pump has become this week's dump. All of these gloves are 3rd gen gloves, meaning that they can be found in the same cases as the big game, so it wouldn't be surprising to see this week's biggest winner become next week's biggest loser. Be careful. Welcome to ROI Radar, where we're looking for a money predator hidden in the armory or the in-game store, starting off with the Feral Predators capsule with an odds profit of 29%, an unboxing ROI of 88%, and an expected value of 87 cents, so a 12 cents loss. The best item is the Toxic Foil at $6.86. Next up is the Enfu Sticker capsule with an odds profit of 21%, an unboxing ROI of 93%, and an expected value of 92 cents, so a 7 cents loss. The best item is the Chabo at $3.89. And finally, the best capsule in the in-game store is the Warhammer 40k Imperium Sticker capsule with an odds profit of 38%, an unboxing ROI of 98%, and an expected value of 97 cents, so a 2 cents loss. The best item was the Sisters of Battle 2 at $3.19. Moving on to the armory, the 3rd best collection were the Small Arms Charms with an odds profit of 17%, an unboxing ROI of 101%, and an expected value of $1.21, so 1 cent gain. The best item was the Baby Karate Tee at $42.07. Next up was the Sport and Field collection with an odds profit of 5%, unboxing ROI of 101%, and an expected value of $1.61, so 1 cent gain also. The best item was the M41S Fade at $626. And finally, the best collection in the armory was the Elemental Craft Stickers collection with an odds profit of 27%, an unboxing ROI of 123%, and an expected value of 49 cents, so 9 cents gain. The best item was the Ruby Rave at $12.78. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace!